Grace, I'm so excited. I heard you're getting married. Yeah, I am. Huh? That's it? Why didn't you tell me something this important? Oh no! Are you mad? I'm not mad, but if you decided to get married, I would have liked to know sooner. I told Mom and I thought that was enough. But I heard you told her a month after you got engaged. You're always so bad at keeping in touch, you know. And I would have preferred if you told me directly, not through Mom. We're sisters. Oops, sorry. I've been quite busy with the wedding preparations and all. I get that you're busy. Right? The move and the paperwork are all such a hassle. By the way, who's the lucky guy? I met him through work. His name is Justin. He's honest and sweet. He makes me feel safe when I'm with him. That's good to hear. Yeah. I plan to quit my job and become a full-time housewife after we get married. I want a baby soon, and I'm really looking forward to it. That's great. When you get pregnant, you better tell me right away. Okay. Anyway, congratulations. I wish you and him all the happiness. Thank you. Let's keep in touch more often from now on. Will do. Grace, do you have a moment? Hey, Grace, please answer me already. What's up, Max? Phew, finally you replied. Thank goodness. I was worried sick about you. You're exaggerating. I'm fine. You haven't contacted me at all since you got married. I was starting to wonder what I'd do if you never replied. Oh, is that right? Yeah. It's hard to meet in person because we live far from each other. But you could at least keep in touch. Mom and Dad miss you too. Oh, sorry. I've been pretty busy myself and didn't have much time. Come on, this is the first contact in 3 years. That's pretty bad, even for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't come home and you skip all the family gatherings. Those things just felt like too much trouble. But Mom and Dad are worried about you. They have no idea how you've been since you got married. Have I freaked them out? I mean, they're concerned. You should call them sometimes. Mom's even worried about whether you're eating properly. Oh dear. But I'm managing things just fine, so don't worry. You know, I tried to reach out, but you never replied. My bad. But don't start lecturing me when we're finally in touch. So, you got something to tell me? That's why you're texting me, right? You still have that habit of changing the subject when things get uncomfortable, huh? All right, enough of that. If you don't get to the point, I'll stop replying. Fine. Do you know Rachel is getting married soon? She sent you an invitation but hasn't heard back from you. Oh, that? I think I saw it, but didn't think I could go, so I didn't reply. Why would you do that? If you can't attend, at least let her know. And don't forget how much she took care of us when we were kids. When Mom and Dad were away, she babysat us a lot. I don't remember much from back then. She's our relative, right? Do I really need to go to her wedding? Have you completely forgotten? She made us lunch every day during summer break. She took us places, played with us, and even helped with our homework. I vaguely remember that. And when Mom worked late, she would come over and read us stories or watch TV with us. Did she really? Yes, she did. She even took care of you when you had a fever. She was worried and stayed up all night nursing you. I guess that did happen. She looked after us a lot. If it weren't for her, our childhood would have been much harder. Hearing that, I'm starting to remember a bit more. That's why you should go to her wedding and celebrate. She even came to yours. She would love to see you. And you don't come home unless something like this happens. This is a good chance to visit Mom and Dad. I'm busy, so it's hard when you ask me suddenly. Busy with what? You're a housewife, right? And you don't have kids yet, do you? I'm sure you can manage to attend a wedding. Well, that's true, but I'm living with my mother-in-law right now, and it's not going well. I find it hard to leave the house. What about Justin? He's a nice guy, right? Can't he help you with your mother-in-law? He's on a business trip and isn't home, which makes it even harder for her. So, given the situation, attending a wedding feels impossible for me. I understand. I want you to meet my baby too. But if that's the case, I get it. Make sure you contact Rachel yourself, okay? Whoa! Wait, your baby? What are you talking about? Oh, are you curious? Of course! You have a baby now? Yes, she was born recently. She's absolutely adorable. Oh my God! What's her name? Her name is Shanna. She's still tiny and a handful, but watching her sucking milk is so soothing. Oliver is head over heels for her. She's the star of our home. She sounds so cute! Of course she is. I thought marrying Oliver was the happiest moment of my life. But now, seeing Shanna at the end of each day gives me so much joy. I've decided I'll attend the wedding after all. I'll reply to the invitation. Really? What changed your mind? What about your mother-in-law? I'm too excited to meet Shanna. And of course, I want to celebrate Rachel too. Saying it like that feels a bit insincere. But if you're coming, that's all that matters. She'll be happy too. Just to avoid any mix-ups, make sure to let her know I'm attending. Oh, and I have something on that day, so I'll be late. Tell her that as well. You're gonna be late? Can't you reschedule it? No, pretty much locked in. The wedding lasts until 9 p.m., right? I'll definitely be there by then, so don't worry. I guess it's better than not coming at all. All right, I'll let her and Mom know. Thanks. See you at the wedding. Make sure you show up, okay? No last-minute cancellations. I know. Grace, are you driving? Something terrible has happened. Max? What's going on? Sorry to scare you suddenly. Where are you right now? You're not home yet, right? I'm at a gas station on my way home. What happened? A baby who was at the wedding has gone missing. Do you remember the little girl I was holding when you arrived? That girl is nowhere to be found. You were holding her before you left, right? Yeah, I remember. She was so cute. I held her for a bit. I even took a photo with her. Do you know who took her after that? When you didn't come back for a while, I took her out for some fresh air. Out? Where did you go? Just around the venue a bit. Then what? After a little walk, I went back to my car. Wait, why did you go back to your car? What do you think? Huh? She's asleep next to me right now. No, what are you thinking? I'm infertile. Remember I told you things weren't going well with my mother-in-law? It's because of my infertility. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. My mother-in-law doesn't want a daughter-in-law who can't have kids. Our relationship has been terrible ever since. Mother-in-law from hell. Hold on. I understand that you're going through a tough time because of your infertility. But why would you take someone else's baby? Because while I'm suffering, you're so happy. Bragging about yours. If you're that happy, why not share some of that happiness with me? So I took her. Wait, I don't have a baby. What? You were bragging so much. What are you saying now? Stop joking. It's not a joke. When I said my baby, I meant my cat. A cat? I recently adopted a kitten from a friend. Her name is Sienna. But you didn't deny having a baby when I asked. And at the wedding, you were holding this girl the whole time. Sienna is like a child to me, no doubt. And I was just looking after the girl at the wedding for a bit. So whose baby is this? Rachel's. But she just got married today. It's a shotgun wedding. They've been living together for a long time and got married after they found out they were having a baby. They decided to have the wedding after she gave birth. Since she couldn't take care of the girl in her wedding dress, I helped out. So, she isn't yours? Exactly. As I said, I don't have a child yet, though I'd like to in the future. Oh no! What do I do? I thought she was yours. Am I going to get arrested? Even if she were my child, you can't do something like this. Is she okay? Yeah, I bought a car seat just for today, so she's safe. That's why I was late. I see. So you were well prepared. Why did you do this? Was it really just jealousy? I told you I'm infertile and not getting along with my mother-in-law. Justin said he'd divorce me if I couldn't conceive. I didn't know what to do and I felt desperate. Okay. Is that the truth? Yes. All right. You won't get away without consequences. But I'll explain your situation to everyone. Bring the baby back right away. Will I get arrested when I return? Given the circumstances, they might be lenient since we're family. But there's no guarantee. If you don't return her, you'll definitely be arrested. Understood. I'll bring her back now. We'll be waiting. Drive safely and don't get into an accident. You're a liar, Max! How could you deceive me like that? What are you upset about all of a sudden? I trusted you and brought the baby back, but everything turned out completely different. I didn't deceive you. When I brought her back last night, we agreed to put things on hold, remember? Given your complicated situation and the fact that she was unharmed, Rachel and her family decided to wait before contacting the police. They said they'd decide what to do after understanding your circumstances better. Right? So why does Justin know everything? He called me saying he was coming here right away. And now, he's talking about divorce. What's going on? I'm glad I kept this number from before. It's useful in situations like this for quick communication and getting to the bottom of things. What are you talking about? As I said, we agreed to put things on hold until we understood your situation better. So I contacted the person who knows it best, your husband. I asked him about your relationship with your mother-in-law and your issues with him. Why would you do that? Don't you trust your own sister? Given the seriousness of the situation, it was necessary to determine the truth. Thanks to that, we found out who was really at fault. If I hadn't spoken to him, we might have believed your lies and made irreversible mistakes. Lies? I told the truth. I know what I did was wrong, but I didn't lie. As I said, I spoke to Justin. There's no point in pretending now. I also talked to your mother-in-law and learned more about the situation. Continuing to lie won't help you. I'm not lying. Everything happened because my mother-in-law pushed me to the edge. But you haven't seen or lived with her for the past 2 years, right? You were separated from Justin because of your cheating. The only truth you told me was about your infertility. Everything else was a lie. Why would you believe others over your own sister? That's so unfair. I saw proof of your separation and evidence of your affair. Infertile, so no pregnancy means I can cheat, right? I even saw your messages with your boyfriend. With all this evidence, how can you say it's unfair? Silence now that things are going south? Didn't I tell you to work on that childish behavior? You already cornered me, and yet you're still nagging? Enough already! Do you realize the situation you're in? I thought you were going to make more excuses. What's the point? Everything's already out in the open, right? No use pretending now. If that baby had been yours, at least I would have felt better. What do you mean? Didn't Justin tell you? I got dumped by my boyfriend too. I heard he disappeared as soon as the possibility of divorce came up. And this relates to taking the baby how? It doesn't, really. But when we spoke last time, I was at the worst time of my life. Separated from Justin, was dumped by my boyfriend, and facing a likely divorce. So what? And you, in all your insensitivity, told me you were the happiest you've ever been? I can't stand people like you. So I decided to take your baby. But it turned out to be a cat. How ridiculous! Ridiculous? That's my line. Are you trying to pick a fight? So what if you're unhappy? That doesn't justify ruining someone else's happiness. Blaming others and lying doesn't solve anything. Someone who behaves like that can never be truly happy. More lecturing? Yeah, my bad. Happy now? I'm not interested in your righteous speeches. That kind of attitude is why you're in this mess. Infertile or not, cheating is a betrayal. What you did last night is a crime. On top of that, you lied to me and Rachel. I don't even want to consider you my sister anymore. Let's cut ties then. We haven't been close anyway, so fine by me. Are we done now? Justin's talking about divorce, so I've got more pressing matters. You really have no intention of reflecting on your actions, do you? That's disappointing. Oh, spare me! Think whatever you want. We're not family anymore, so it's not my problem. What the heck? What are they doing here? There's a police car outside my house. Oh, they arrived sooner than I expected. Did you call them? Yes, I did. Is this a joke? For someone who doesn't reflect, this is the best course of action. I can't believe you actually reported me. I'm your sister. We're not family anymore, so it doesn't concern me. You're awful. What am I supposed to do? Are they going to take me in? I returned the baby. Why should I be arrested? You didn't reflect on your actions, envied others' happiness, and tried to ruin it for selfish reasons. This outcome suits someone like that, don't you think? Besides, I can't stand someone who stoops so low. God darn it! What do I do? I can hear them banging on the door. You should answer it. No way! I need to run. It's pointless. You need to stay calm and tell the truth. Come help me right now. Max! Grace was taken away in a police car to the station. Her husband decided to proceed with the divorce. After being released, she tried to return to her family home. But both Rachel and our parents, along with me, cut ties with her. She was left completely alone. Even her friends wouldn't help her, and she now lives in a rundown apartment, avoiding people and living in solitude. She had a nice husband and a comfortable life as a housewife, but her jealousy and selfishness led her to this downfall. There's no room for sympathy. Meanwhile, Rachel and her family are living happily, grateful that their baby returned safely. While they can't forgive Grace for trying to take their baby, they hope she reflects on her actions and finds her own path to happiness. It's remarkable how Rachel, despite the betrayal, can still wish well for Grace. A few months after the incident, I found out I was pregnant. Everyone's looking forward to the baby's arrival. Along with our beloved cat, I plan to cherish and nurture my family.